This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
And as we close 2001, there are some other wrestling companies trying to make a run here. World Wrestling All-Stars and Extreme Wrestling Federation. Now, the WWA had been running a European tour, which had names like Scott Steiner, Jeff Jarrett, Road Dogg, and Conan, and a bunch of others. The XWF is really Jimmy Hart putting together a promotion with the quote unquote help of Hulk Hogan, who wrestled once for them and really is mostly the Nasty Boys and Kurt Hennig. Are these companies on your radar at all, or Vince McMahon's radar at all here at the end of 01, early 02?
I'm sure they're on the radar. But I'm not so sure that Vince is concerned.
Yeah.
We knew the talents that these two companies were using. And so with that said, and not without being totally disrespectful, some of the talents on both those tours were not known as being the most reliable talents.
Sure.
So we always felt like at some point in time, because of their infrastructure and the talents that they were using or trying to use on a regular basis, that those ventures would not last long. And they didn't. Did they have more than one tour? I'm not so sure they had more than one tour.
WWA had a couple of tours, and then they even announced they're going to be doing a pay-per-view in February here in America. But I'm with you. As deep and full as your talent roster is, it's almost like you're hoarding talent. And I just want to know how your philosophy and maybe the company's philosophy had to change in 02. Now with ECW going down, WCW's going down, the invasion is now in the rear view, but you are trying to put together, or at least it feels like, the seeds of the very first brand split. You're going to bring Ric Flair out of quote unquote retirement, whatever that meant for him at the time. Of course, he's really finishing up his Turner contract, and he's going to be the consortium or whatever he referred to himself as. So now Ric Flair is partners in the WWE with Vince McMahon on air, of course, with the idea being maybe we get a group A and group B here going, and we can just sort of create our own competition. Are you giving marching orders to, hey, we got to get some more talent in here? Because there's lots of names that are going to be coming up due with their Turner contracts, whether it's Kevin Nash or Hulk Hogan or Scott Hall or Rey Mysterio. Is that part of your plan here to expand the roster?
Yeah, absolutely. But expand it with the right people.
Yeah.
Expand it with people that can move the ratings needle, that can sell tickets. So we weren't interested in everybody, but we were interested a great deal in a lot of talents. It's like I use the example of me signing Rey Mysterio. I met with Rey in LA. He had about, probably 3, 4, 5 months left on his contract. And they were paying him. They meaning Time Warner. I guess that's what you'd say. And I told him he came to LA. We had a Raw or something there. I said, I'm not going to offer you a job today because you need to enjoy the time off and being at home and raising your kids. And that's worked out for Ray pretty well. His son's got a nice spot and he's learning the trade and dad's business. But it was, this wasn't time. So in other words, my point is we didn't hire everybody that we eventually wanted to hire because we didn't believe that some of them just weren't ready. Ray had taken a lot of bumps. He needed to heal. I showed him that we cared about him, and he appreciated that to this very day. So it's just all being honest and so forth. So we didn't go out and knock big doors down because we weren't not going to compete on Turner's pay scale. The guarantees were just untouchable for our model.
Right.
And so then the talents have this decision. We can make a real good guarantee. We'll get paid live event money. And you're going to have a chance to make a lot of cash. We can work on your schedule. You're not going to wrestle every day. So there was a interesting way of getting around it and getting to it and so forth. but we're not going to destroy our model of how we're paying people, because we got incumbents there. You know, a guy says I should make $1 million because Kevin Nash is making $1 million. Well, we weren't going to get in that conflict.
Right.
That's kind of where we were. We knew there were good talents out there. We just knew that we couldn't afford all of them for retail, but we could make them more money than they would make if they just were on a retail, so to speak, contract.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.